Welcome to Here Comes the Boom, your go-to for all Kentucky basketball recruiting news, brought to you by KSR and KSR Plus. We've got a busy show for you today, a lot going on, and Kentucky is finally getting ready to host some official visitors, and they've got someone on campus today, Wednesday, July 30th. Before we get into all this, go and subscribe to KSR Plus. Go and subscribe to the KSR YouTube channel. We're going to have all the coverage on all of these visitors and upcoming visitors over the next few weeks. But let's talk about the visitor that Kentucky is hosting today on Wednesday, Seyon Kita. He's an international big man, currently playing with the FC Barcelona Lhasa B, one of the best international players in the entire country, and he is in the middle of a wild visit schedule. 6 schools, 6 days, 6 blue bloods, depending on how you define blue bloods. I know there's a little controversy there, but he's already visited Kansas and Indiana. He had Kansas Monday, Indiana Tuesday. He is on campus today on Wednesday at Kentucky, and then he's going to Duke, North Carolina, and UConn. So a lot of schools. He's, I believe, technically considered in the 2027 recruiting class, but he's also looking at reclassifying into the 2026 recruiting class, which if he's taken all these official visits, it's probably likely that he would be a 2026, but that's not official yet. And yeah, Duke has a lot of buzz because of their international connections, getting Dame Sarr for this next year and what they did with Kaman Maluak. So they have some connections there. Kita's a former teammate of Dame Sarr, who's going to be an incoming freshman at Duke. So that's why Duke is getting a lot of the talk, but we'll probably have more information after all of these visits. I talked to a source close to the recruitment who says that despite having 6 visits in 6 days, not expecting a quick decision. That's more just trying to get all these visits before the dead period, before he has to go back for his season. So it's more of a timing thing rather than a commitment thing. I expect this to take a little bit more time, but I mean, when you take 6 official visits, a commitment could always be on the way. That is the one official visitor they have on Wednesday, but then they're hosting Duron Rippy Jr., 2026 guard, top 20 in the country. They're hosting him for an official visit this weekend. He's from Blair Academy, same high school that Otego went to, and he's been Kentucky's been on him for a while. They offered him around this spring, summer period and are getting him on that first official visit, but he's going to have a lot of official visits coming up. He's got a final 12, I believe, of Alabama, Duke, Indiana, Kansas, Louisville, Miami, North Carolina, NC State, Syracuse, Tennessee, and Texas, with Kentucky obviously being in there. And he's taken a lot of official visits over these next few weeks. He's got – I'm not even going to list all of them. You can go on On3 and check them all out because he's got a lot of upcoming visits. And he's already taken an official visit to Louisville from last fall. So a lot of schools going for Duron Rippy, but Kentucky's getting the first official visit of the fall. Now let's talk about some new offers. First, starting with Josh Irving. This was a very recent offer just the other day. 6'11" center out of California. Really talented player. He's ranked number 147 in the country by the Rivals industry ranking, but he's number 44 in the Rivals ranking. So he's a top 50 player in the country. And he had a Zoom call with Coach Pope, Alvin Brooks, Josh Irving's mom, dad, high school coach, AAU coach, agent. So it was a busy call with all of them. And he's looking at some official visit dates, potentially visiting for Big Blue Madness, but nothing's been locked in yet. So he's one offer. And then we got another offer that came just last night, Ethan Taylor. He's a 7-foot big. He might be 7'2". We saw him at Peach Jam. He's a massive human being, a really big player, going to Link Academy, Missouri, plays for Mocan. He just got that offer on Tuesday. KSR Plus, we talked to his mom and we talked to him today. So you can go and check out those interviews. He's starting to set some visits. He's not releasing his visit dates until they're all finalized, but I'm expecting Kentucky to get him on campus for a visit. Indiana is another school that's been on him for a long time, and he's hearing from Oklahoma, Indiana, Michigan State, Kansas, Oregon, Baylor, Virginia, and Texas. So he's got a lot of schools after him. And now that Kentucky's in the mix, we'll have to see where things go from here, because that makes, with Kita, Erfan Diani, and him, those are 3 centers in the class that they're looking at. So I'm expecting them to at least add 1 center in the 2026 class. Those are the two new offers that we've seen, and now we can look at the official visit schedule, because it's starting to really fill up. You got Seyon Kita, obviously going to be on campus today. Rippy, who we talked about, on campus this weekend. And then we've got Caleb Holt, the 12th through the 14th, Cam Williams, 26th through the 28th, Christian Collins, who just moved his visit back October 3rd, 3 through 5, Bryson Howard, who Kentucky is really prioritizing. He's coming on campus the 4th through the 6th, and then Jordan Smith Jr. will be in for Big Blue Madness the 10th through the 12th. So a lot of players setting official visits. I'm expecting a few more to set some in the coming weeks, but we're going to have you covered on all of it, getting feedback on each player's visit. Be sure to go and subscribe to KSR Plus. Final thought is Kentucky is really starting to ramp things up in the 2026 class, setting a lot of visits. And one guy we haven't talked about, Tyron Stokes, has already been on campus for an official visit. He's got 3 visits set for this fall, Oregon, USC, and Gonzaga. Kentucky remains in a good spot with him. Everyone's saying they're the favorite. I'm not ready to go out and say that Kentucky's going to land Tyron Stokes, but I think they're in a good spot right now, heading into the early fall, late summer, and they're just going to have to close it out for the number 1 player in the country. Kentucky is working hard on that one and remains in a good spot. So be sure to go and subscribe to KSR Plus. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining us.